culture with around 165 million cups of tea consumed every day. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some prefer it with milk and sugar, some people prefer it without. Some people use it to predict the future or to find out the daily gossip. But what makes Britain a nation of tea lovers?
If I go to work without a cup of tea, I'm going to be grumpy most of the day until I have that cup of tea. And again, in the evening, you know, just to relax and things like that. When I get home, nice cup of tea, after dinner, wash it all down.
Well, I like drinking tea because I think it relaxes you, and it's just nice to have a sort of a bit of a brew at the end of a very long and tiring day. So, very enjoyable.
It helps me relax when I'm stressed out, but it's also a nice way to socialise with people. I think it's really nice to be able to offer someone a cup of tea when they come into your house. It speaks a lot about yourself and a lot about the people you share your company with. But I also like the tradition behind tea. It really makes me proud to be from Britain.
The most popular drink in the UK is a cup of tea. I just think it knocks the socks off of coffee.
Now tea is seen by younger people in their 20s, 30s, even teenagers, as a trendy drink. And obviously the sort of places you can go to drink tea now are much more modern than they used to be. We have tea bars, we have much more contemporary tea rooms, as well as the more old-fashioned, flowery, Victorian-style tea rooms. And there is a growing trend everywhere at the moment in quite surprising places of an increasing tea consumption. And not just drinking it, but using it in food, making ice creams with it, using it in health things like toothpaste, in skincare products, because we now recognise that it's so healthful and has so many benefits.
We can't tell the Chinese anything about tea. We wouldn't dream of doing that. But we can tell them about our very sophisticated British tea ceremony. You know, the sort of afternoon tea experience. I mean, look at the London hotels. This spring, in fact, it's breached the £100 barrier. So you can now book into a hotel for an afternoon tea and pay over £100 per person for an afternoon tea. That's serious, isn't it?
According to Chinese mythology, tea was discovered in 2737 BC by herbalist Emperor Shen Nung when leaves from a tree floated into a pot of boiling water. However, tea was not introduced to British society until a Portuguese princess called Catherine of Braganza came to the country after marrying King Charles II. At first, it was only the upper classes who could afford tea, as the tax on the drink was so high. Tea smuggling became a common problem because of the high tax, and in 1784, tax was slashed to an affordable 12.5% to counteract the problem. Tea was first imported into Britain in the early 17th century. Clipper boats would travel to China to collect their shipment of tea before racing back to London down the River Thames, where the first shipment of tea received the best price in the market. Ketty Sart was one of the clippers that was involved in the races between China and London, and is the only one that still exists today.
There was this huge interest in trying to get tea to satisfy British consumption. Catty Sart is a vessel designed to carry a small cargo across great distances very, very quickly. The ship was built in Dumbarton in 1869, and it actually went on its inaugural trip in mid-January 1870. So give or take a couple of weeks, you know, the Catty Sart went on her maiden voyage 141 years ago.
The journey from China to London involved extensive travelling. It started on the Canton River, down the China Sea, across the Indian Ocean, around the Cape of Good Hope, up the Atlantic, past the Azores and into the English Channel, where they would be towed into the River Thames by tugboats. Although the majority of tea in Britain is imported from countries like China, India and Sri Lanka, there is a plantation in Cornwall which grows tea on British soil. I'm on my way to speak to Jonathan Jones from Tregothnan about putting the British into tea.
Most people don't realise that the common tea plant is actually a camellia, and they grew outside here at Tregothnan 200 years ago. We're really interested in other teas, the herbal infusions, so we don't just sort of look at say chamomile and think let's have chamomile in our range. We'll actually go and grow the chamomile. We've introduced, for instance, new teas to the UK market which haven't been done before, like Manuka. Manuka is well known as a honey, but almost totally unknown outside New Zealand for tea. But it's a fantastic tisane or herbal beverage. People really think this country is about tea. We take tea really seriously, but we want to explain to people how tea is made from bush to cup, because it's sort of a commodity that everyone thinks they know about. Bring that experience onto British soil, let British people see how tea grows, let them pluck their own tea, roll it, oxidise it, dry it, take some home with them, blend it, and really have fun with it.
A lot of people believe that drinking tea is unhealthy because it contains caffeine. However, this is an urban myth. The health benefits of drinking tea is becoming more widely known because the British public are becoming more consciously aware of their diets. But what are these health benefits?
There are a variety of health benefits of tea. The place to start is that tea is a natural plant. And the nice people that make tea for us, all they do is they pluck it, they take moisture out of it, they chop it up, they dry it, and they send it to you, and you put moisture back into it again. Very, very natural. And we know in the late 20th and the early 21st century, the scientists can now tell us exactly what is in tea. It's full of antioxidants. These are polyphenols that help to protect heart health. And also there's some modern science that's showing that tea, basically the polyphenols in tea flavonoids particularly, actually can help protect your DNA. So this natural plant, like fruit and vegetables, makes a very positive contribution to healthy bodies.
What we now know is that if you drink certain kinds of tea, you will actually find that it helps to protect your heart, your circulatory system. So it's going to help protect you against thrombosis and atherosclerosis and stroke and all those things related to our circulation. Also good at reducing cholesterol, or certain types of tea are thought to reduce cholesterol. And the white teas and the green teas are thought to have very powerful anti-cancer properties. So of course you've got to be drinking quite a lot as part of a balanced diet. It's not going to be a magic cure if you don't eat the right foods as well. But those are the things that we now know.
There has been research that has been looking into the health benefits of tea, and research has actually found that drinking 2 or more cups of black tea every day actually reduces a woman's risk of developing ovarian cancer by 30%.
March marks Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, and the Eve Appeal are launching a campaign called Make Time for Tea, which incorporates the benefits the drink has to women's health.
You know, everybody loves tea. It's a very British thing, and you know, we wanted people to have something that they could do with, you know, in any area of their lives. So as I say, you know, kind of at work or with friends and family or at school, and also the initials of tea actually stand for the Eve Appeal as well. So we you know, wanted people to make time for tea and organise a tea party, but at the same time it's making time for the Eve Appeal as well.
Tea clearly plays a significant part in British society, and with so many health benefits, it's a double bonus for any tea drinker. It doesn't have any social or cultural boundaries, and is commonly used to bring people together. So go and stick the kettle on and make sure you make time for tea.
Armset of car keys down the back of your settee. I'm a chocolate chip cookie, dunk me in your tea. Pick me up now, well, I'm what you're looking for. Be with me once more. I'm a landing light bulb, helping you to see. I'm a brand new paintbrush, well, come make some art with me. Pick me up now, well, I'm right outside your door. Be with me once more. Hearts can be broken, but things can be remade. I'm a broken teapot, glue me back again. Pick me up now, well, I'm banging on your door.